In this last video for lesson 6.1, we're going to look at these last two problems, and these are the problems that are going to kind of combine a little bit of everything that we have done. So we have to be able to pull out those properties or those shortcuts in these bigger problems. And there's more than one way you could go about solving these, so this might not be the only way to get the correct answer. This is just one possible way. So let's start by looking at number 23. So one thing that I'm noticing is I'm going to, when I have a fraction like this, a giant fraction like this, I tend to think of it as two separate problems. So let's look at the top part as one problem and the bottom part as a second problem. In the bottom part, there's nothing I can do. X to the 9th, there's nothing else there. So that's just going to stay the same. But on the top part, I notice that I can use the shortcut that if I am multiplying with the same base, the shortcut is to add the exponents. So 2 plus 5 means I've got x to the 7th. And now noticing because I'm dividing with the same base, I can use the shortcut where I'm going to subtract the exponents. And again, we will go into this more later, but for right now, I can just subtract a big number minus small number. So 9 minus 7 is 2. And I look at, well, where are those extra 2 x's at? There's 7 on top, but there's 9 on bottom. That means there's more x's on the bottom. So when I do the subtraction, I get 2. Those 2 x's will actually be on the bottom. Because again, remember, we're going to have 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the top, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I were to start canceling these out, I see that where are my extra 2 x's? They're down here on the bottom. And then I can't leave nothing on the top, so we put a 1 for a placeholder. And that is as simplified as I can get. So my answer to number 23 would be 1 over x squared. Okay, number 23, really these parentheses should be bigger. It's just that's what they made in the program. So I have an exponent on the outside. So there's two ways we can do this one. I could simplify everything inside first, or we can go ahead and get rid of this exponent on the outside first. It really doesn't make a difference which way you choose to do it. So I'm going to say, let's go ahead and get rid of the exponent on the outside first. That's just me. So to do that, I got to find all my exponents. So the 4 doesn't have one, so it's a 1. The b doesn't have one, it's a 1. Same with the 2 and this a. And now we're going to take and we're going to multiply. We take the outside exponent, 2, and we multiply by every inside exponent. I still want that covered up. So we're going to take this 2 times 1, makes that 4 to the 2nd. And 2 times 3 makes that a to the 6th. And 2 times 1 makes that b to the 2nd. That takes care of our numerator, our top. We're going to keep on going though and keep multiplying that outside exponent times all the rest of them. So 2 times 1 is 2 to the 2nd. And 2 times 1 makes that a to the 2nd. And 2 times 4 makes that b to the 8th. Okay. Now I'm going to start simplifying with my division. When I'm dividing with the same base, a and dividing with the same base, b and b, we subtract the exponents. We'll take care of the numbers in a second. So 6 minus 2 is 4. And I'm going to draw my fraction bar first. And when I say I've got a to the 4, where are the extra a's at? They're on top. So that a to the 4 is going to be on top. I'm just going to leave that 4 squared and the 2 squared alone for right now. And now, so I took care of the a's. The b's, 8 minus 2 is 6. But where are those extra 6 b's at? They're on the bottom. So those 6 b's are going to be on the bottom. So there's nothing else I can do with a. There's nothing else I can do with b. But I can simplify my numbers here. Now we're going to look at a different way to do this, but for right now, I'm going to go ahead and say that, well, 4 squared is really equal to 16. And because that's 4 times 4 is what 4 squared means. 2 squared means 2 times 2, so that's really equal to 4. So if I'm looking at just this piece right here, what I'm really saying is 16 divided by 4. And I know that 16 divided by 4 is exactly 4. But we have a fraction here. We have a fraction here with an a to the 4th on top and a b to the 6th on the bottom. So where does that 4 go? Well, let's make it into a fraction. I can always turn 4 into a fraction by putting it over 1. So now we can see that we've got a 4 on the top of our fraction and a 1 on the bottom. And I can simplify a little more. I don't have to write this 1 down here because 1 times anything isn't going to change it. So we don't have to write the 1. So that 1 is an optional. I can just have this answer here, or I can put the 1 back there. Either way, this is going to be our simplified expression.